16 tips for women on how to improve their performance in bed. Tip number 1 for getting laid: kiss a lot. A study in the American Journal of Medicine found that full-on kissing increases the amount of dopamine in the brain. Dopamine is a neurotransmitter that increases desire in both men and women. Carol Queen, a sexologist, says that if you want to get things going, you should slowly trace their lips with your tongue or bite the edge of their lower lip with your teeth. Second sexual tip: play with their ears. A survey found that touching the ears is second only to the scrotum as a way to help men reach their peak. Who knew it would be so exciting? Add this to your list of sex moves. As they get closer to orgasm, try gently nibbling or licking their ears while whispering something like, "Do you like it when I touch you?" Stella Anna Sonnenbaum, a somatic sex coach, says that for a very intimate response, you should blow softly into their ears. Third sex tip: don't be afraid of the scrotum. Please don't bite or pinch this area, which is extra sensitive to sharp blows. So, what does it do well that makes it one of the best sex tips for women? Charlie Glickman, a sex coach, says that gentle sucking, squeezing, or cupping may help some men get more excited during sex. Harwick suggests this foreplay move: start with your hand around both balls, then bring your fingertips together over them, like you're picking up a napkin off the floor. Tip number 4 for sex: touch the neck. Their neck makes them tingle just like yours does, and a study in the journal Ergonomics found that the nape loves low-frequency vibrations. Use this to your advantage by kissing the back of their neck with a slightly open mouth and humming. Emily Morse, a sex expert, says that the heat and vibrations will help bring on some strong feelings. Or, get a fingertip vibe from your toy drawer and rub their hairline. Not going exactly as planned? Before you continue, make sure you aren't making one of the 6 biggest mistakes couples make in the bedroom. Tip 5: don't be afraid to use the shaft. A survey in the journal BJU International found that men thought the shaft tops were more sensitive to erections than the rest of their nether regions. Because the inner tissues of the erection are deep below the skin's surface, the best sex tips for women will tell you that most men like the shaft to be held pretty tightly. Make a fist around it and press harder as you move up and down. Tip number 6: pay attention to their nipples. Men who were polled for a study published in the journal Cortex said that the nips are one of their favorite hot spots. Queen suggests sucking on one while stroking your penis with your hand. She says, putting the 2 erogenous zones together can be very fun. 7th sex tip: play with the head. The glans, or the head of the penis, has a lot more nerve endings than the shaft, so don't neglect it. According to Cordeau, the tip of the penis is the closest thing a person with a penis has to a clitoris, but it's not nearly as sensitive, so we win there. Queen says that after putting lube on your fingers, you should loop them into an O shape and slide them over the glans. Then use short, slow pumps that make the tip tighter. During oral, run your tongue over the glands and use some soft suction. When is enough? Read about what happened when one woman tried to have sex twice a day for a week. Number 8, hit a bad note. In his book The Ultimate Guide to Prostate Pleasure, Glickman calls the prostate gland, which is about the size of a finger, the male G-spot. Queen says that to reach this area, you need to stick a well-lubricated finger into your man's behind and point it toward the front of his body. If neither of you wants to do that, you can also touch the perineum to stimulate the prostate. Remember, lube is always needed if you want to try any kind of anal play. Tip number 9, have a party for your perineum. This spot, behind a man's scrotum and before his rear entry, is where his ejaculatory muscles are. Massaging these muscles can make a man's blast-off feel even stronger, says Glickman. Try Morse's oral sex advice: use your thumb to gently rub the perineum in a circular motion, keeping time with what your mouth is doing. Just as he's about to finish, press hard on the spot to give him the best orgasm ever. Then, of course, you can ask for anything you want in return. 10th sex tip: try dirty talk. If you want to try something different, Why not give dirty talk a shot? Sylva Neves, an accredited psychosexual and relationship psychotherapist, says that erotica and pornography are great places to find examples of dirty talk and to figure out what kind of dirty talk gets you excited. And if you want some simple but sexy one-liners, you might want to watch Bridgerton again. You might not need ideas from outside sources, though. Neves adds, the brain is the main sexual organ, so if you look at your sexual fantasies without judging them, you might find a lot of ideas there. Tip number 11 for making love, give them a tantric massage. Adding a sensual tantric massage to your list of skills can be very hot. Tip 12, offer a different position. When you've been together for a long time, the key to keeping your sex life as exciting as when you first met is to add some new things. One way to feel better in bed is to know what positions work best for you and how to move into those positions. 13th sex tip, master phone sex. If you don't live with the person you're having sex with and want to keep that spark of sexual connection, check out Kate Moyles, at Kate Mo Therapy, Complete Guide to Steamy Phone Sex. Sex tip number 14, get kinky. Does your partner like it when you take charge in bed? Tannenbaum says, tell them what you're going to do to them, and have them repeat what you say. Whisper, I'm going to lick your right nipple and then gently bite it. Ask them, what should I do? And have them tell you what they heard. This is also a great way to start talking dirty, which is fun in its way. 15th sex tip, try edging. Rebecca Dakin, a sex expert, says that many men who think they have early ejaculation don't have it. On average, it takes a man 5 to 7 minutes from penetration to orgasm. If you want to make this last longer and spice things up at the same time, try edging. Not familiar with it? Edging is the practice of stopping yourself from going into orgasm. Even though this seems counterintuitive, it can lead to orgasms that last longer and feel better. If you, or they, feel like you're about to orgasm, stop the sexual activity and wait about 30 seconds before going on. Repeat this until you're ready to orgasm, which can make the time between stimulation and ejaculation longer. Also, it makes things hot. Tip 16, dip the tip in the. Dakin says, the urge to dive right in and go deep can often mean that penetration is over very quickly. Get him to flirt with you just with the tip. There are so many nerve endings around the vulva, the lips, and just in the opening, and the G-spot is about 2 inches in. Get him to trace your lips with his penis and push in a little bit, then pull again. What will send you into a sexual frenzy of carnal lust is the build-up to full penetration.